Welcome to How to Think Extraordinarily lesson number 1. Today we're going to talk about a new thinking framework called It's All About System. So, if I ask people, what does food mean to you? That's usually what I get. Most people, when asked about food, they think about food. The CEO of the company may think about it a little bit better, like the relationship between the seller and consumer. While only a few would think of food as it is embedded in the system of life cycle, from how it is grown, processed, transported, sold, eventually consumed by people. However, this is not enough to be extra extraordinary. The problem with these frameworks is that first of all, your process of thinking is linear, and second of all, the system is heavily human-centric. So what is missing? The first thing is missing is that there are different agents in food system that we usually ignored. Most of the time, we only think about food in terms of system around human activities. But our activities impact on other things, such as food system outcome in terms of food availability, safety, access around the world, social elements such as our food culture, and environment. The second thing we missed is the network between these different agents. From here, you can see how they are related to each other, and then how environment becomes the final taker of all human activities, which is not really true in real life because real life likes to have some more complications, so that makes sure none of them is only influencing or influenced by only one party. So, for example, the milk powder crisis in China in the last few years is an example of food safety issues that is not only the result of mistakes in food production, but also a social crisis when people lose faith in Chinese products in general. Up until here, we talked about how to think like a system, while keeping in mind different agents, their network, and nonlinear effect multiple causes. But so what? Why should we care? The most obvious answer is that your daily life choices have greater power than you thought, and through this system framework, you can see how your decision factors into every part of the system. Assume that you decided to be a vegetarian. Do you know what that means, besides all the cute animal videos that you can sleep on at night? So, when your demand of meat decreased, the demand of vegetable increased. So, the producer of vegetables would increase as well. In the ideal hypothetical situation, then the processing and transporting system corresponding to vegetable would be different. So for example, vegetable needs to be fresh. So you cannot really transport vegetable from some place that's really far away, which actually activated a local local market. So the local farmer would be benefits. And then the second layers of effect is that it will increase food availability because we every year we feed livestock tons of food that is supposed to feed to human beings. And the third network effect would be, oh, it might eventually becomes a culture, just like how my Israeli friend always joke about why vegetarians in Israel is more intelligent. I'm kidding. That's a pseudoscience. But the meaning is that people are proud of proud of being vegetarian. It's like a culture where educated people practice. And eventually, when we have this kind of culture, it changes people's attitude and eventually changes people's behavior to environment. So, what's the take-home message from this? The next time, when your friend asks you the question again, what does food mean to you? What you should do is to pretend to immerse in deep contemplation while your eyes look straight at the distance and said, it's all about system. Thank you.